We're entering that time of year again with the craziness of the holiday season. The time of the year where there is more get togethers and travel and stress than throughout most of the rest of the year. I know for me personally, this is a time where it is definitely exhausting. It becomes easier to alter our normal ways of life and what we do to buy more time for relaxation and rest because we are feeling so exhausted. Welcome back to Defeating Weekly. I'm your host, Craig Olson. Thank you for checking out this week's episode. As always, you can check out the other episodes on Spotify, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I want to give a special shout out to everyone that has purchased my new book, Sage and Mom Visit the Oncologist. If you have not checked it out, I highly recommend you do. It's a book I feel very strongly about. I feel like any parent that's going through treatments, it's a great opportunity to build that communication with your younger children that are having to see you go through those. So if you know somebody that is going through this, check it out. It might be beneficial to them. This week's topic I feel is super timely and important to kind of consider as we move into the holiday season, and it's the idea of rhythms of life during the holidays. We're entering that time of year again with the craziness of the holiday season. The time of the year where there is more get togethers and travel and stress than throughout most of the rest of the year. I know for me personally, this is a time where it is definitely exhausting. It becomes easier to alter our normal ways of life and what we do to buy more time for relaxation and rest because we are feeling so exhausted. And it reminds me of how our pastor in Moses Lake, John Roberts, used to share about the importance of rhythms of life and the importance of them. Relaxation and rest are definitely important, but we must keep in mind the importance of the rhythms of our daily lives that we use to keep us going in the right direction over the course of the rest of the year. These may be daily workouts, journaling time built into our schedules, the activities that we use typically due to have extreme importance in our lives. And it's important to keep doing those throughout the year, including during the difficult times that the holiday seasons present. I know for me personally, I'm going through some difficult times with trying to keep with those rhythms already, and it's just getting started. So it's okay. It's something that we all go through, and it's important to recognize those. For Tasha and I, one of the biggest things we do as kind of a rhythm for our lives is walking to pick up our sons from school each day. With the weather that we have in the Pacific Northwest during these holiday months, it can become very tricky to do this walk because it might be raining, it might be snowing, it might be freezing, it might be almost dark. Therefore, the idea of walking in that is not the most pleasant, and it'd be so much easier just to not do it. However, these walks are a part of our rhythm of life as we share the various things of our day by sharing and working through these things that we've had happen to us throughout our workday and reconnecting. It helps us work through the struggles we had and kind of take the edge off so that by the time we have picked the boys up, we have that little bit of edge off and are being able to get back into a parenting mode and not using the frustrations of the day and having them come out on our boys. Another rhythm that is important to keep doing is the daily tasks or maybe chores that we all have to do throughout our lives. After school each day is when we have our chore time that's built into our schedule. Once again, the holidays can make it a bit of a challenge to do these. However, it is a part of what we do. Therefore, we make it a point to continue these throughout. It is important to keep with these. So the key takeaway from this is to prioritize those areas of your life that help keep you in rhythm. Rhythm of life is defined by Matthew Kelly in his book, Rhythms of Life, as a way of life that brings out legitimate needs, our deepest desires, and our unique talents into harmony with each other. And I know today I'm really kind of talking about that harmony piece. And it's that idea of our life feeling like It's just where it's supposed to be. It's not out of whack. And these rhythms that I discussed above will help us with that. Action steps this week. Examine your life and think about the consistent things you are doing that are important to your well-being. Now, there's things that we do separate that we just do because we know they're important to us. But we need to understand too, this doesn't allow us to think, oh, well, my job and my paying the bills, those aren't really great for my well-being right now. You still have to do them. So we're not getting out of that easy. So really examining those things that are helping you in your well-being. The second one is to make a commitment to continue to incorporate those things that you came up with in the first step throughout the holiday season. So not putting a pause on them and saying, oh, I'll pick them back up in January. Now, it is okay if they look a little different, but make sure you keep doing them. So I was talking about Tasha and myself and our walks that we do. Sometimes the weather just is not good enough for us to be able to go on our walks. However, if it breaks later on and it becomes more clear, we'll go out and still take advantage of that walk time because it is so important to us. So kind of be keeping that in mind too, is you might have to make little adjustments to what they look like, but you still need to really try and focus on doing them to help. Now, remember, holidays are stressful and can make it challenging at times to keep doing the things that we know we want to do. But remember, while it is challenging, there are good things that happen during the holidays. And in the blink of an eye, you guys, it's going to be over and we're going to be back to a new year and starting the whole thing over again. This week's quote is happiness is not a matter of intensity, but of balance, order, rhythm, harmony. And that's by Thomas Merton. So really kind of digging into that idea of we got to have balance in our lives. We need things to be in order, that rhythm of our lives. Okay. And then finally having harmony in our lives. As just continuing to really explain the importance and my love for the book Sage and Mom Visit the Oncologist. I know I sound like a salesman here, but I feel it's really important and beneficial to those families going through that. So if you know somebody that could benefit from it, please check it out. I will have the link in the show notes to be able to go right to Amazon for that. As always, I hope you guys have a great day and defeat the week.